Can you hear me, or do I sound low? Let me see. Can everybody? I want to make sure that I am being heard. All right, let's go, because this is not finna stress me out. Get in here, everybody. Let's run it, okay? Get in here, everybody. Get in here. Get in here, everybody. Get in here. Yes. Goodness gracious. Can you hear me clearly? Because you know what time it is. Baby, we got to get into some things.
Give me the money, the cars, the Fendi, the Gucci, the Prada, yes I know. It's the way that I walk, the way that I talk, turn the hands everywhere I go. All of my drip hit high note. Only doing circles like vinyls. Broke niggas stand to the side though. Only rich niggas knocking at my door. You wanna get with me? I need a shopping spree. That black card energy, that's that big flex for me. You wanna get with me? I need a shopping spree. That black card energy, that's that big flex for me. Deposit your check if you wanna flex, cause I'm the best, won't take nothing less. Deposit your check if you wanna flex, cause I'm the best, won't take nothing less. I like those real nice things, I like that bling, bling, bling. I need that chain. Know what I mean. I like those real nice things, I like that bling, bling, bling. I need that chain. Know what I mean. Deposit your check.
All right. Jesus Christ, my goodness. Wow. Well, good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching this, okay? Baby, listen. When I tell you, I mean, if you guys are watching this later in the week, later in the day, you guys probably don't know this, but let me tell you something. Getting here today was a mess. Anything that could happen, would happen, and did happen. And I feel like I'm looking at something already. Tearing me up. Today has been one of those days. Look, this is why I need an assistant or something, child. Okay. We are here. We are ready to get into some things, okay? All right. Breathe. And then, I do one of these too. That gives you like 10. You do that 10 times. It just, okay? Now, Jesus, we're here. All right. So we're going to get into some things today. Nicki Minaj is being sued allegedly because she didn't return her jewelry. Azelia Banks said some very, very nasty things about DC Young Fly's now belated baby mama and ex-girlfriend. And apparently Dennis Byron has revealed that bloggers are going to be sued, okay, during the Tory Lanez case. And I'm asking, is it Mehgan Cunnif? Also, BET has played in the people's face, okay? And we're going to talk about that in just a few. But before we get into some things, first, let's just talk about, let's talk about Jocelyn Hernandez and Amber Rose. Okay, so let's just be honest here. Put a 1 in the chat if you have BET Plus. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. I didn't have BET Plus. I purchased BET Plus because I saw College Hill, okay? And I know some people on the show. I want to support the show. I want to watch the show. I watched the show for a little while. The show didn't keep my interest too long, so I kind of like would miss a day, miss a week, then miss 2. I don't know what episode it's on. You know how you watch some shows and you're like, okay, I'm watching. And you really try to watch for a while. And then you're kind of not watching anymore. That was me. And then, but when you think about it, you're like, oh, there's nothing on TV. Oh, I missed up on this, so I can continue watching. Or you're like, you have a really good dinner or a really good lunch or something like that, and you're like, oh, what can I watch right now? Oh, you know what? Let me go watch College Hill because I hadn't watched it in a while. Let me go catch back up and see what's going on. Where we at with it? That was kind of where I was at, right? But now I'm now seeing on the blogs that College Hill did not air the fight. And I was really trying to keep up with it because I wanted to see the fight. Because I'm hearing through close sources for Amber Rose, really good friends with Amber Rose, that Amber Rose whooped Jocelyn. But then I'm seeing Jocelyn tell people that she whooped Amber Rose. Now, none of us are going to know who whooped who because now BET Plus has decided not to air the fight out of respect for Alabama State. BET, you tried that. You tolerated the out of that wig and out of that and out of that. That is so late. Now I'm not watching nothing on BET Plus no more. Not like that. I mean, now if they bring back, what's that show? All the Queen's Men and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm watching it. But I'm just saying these reality shows, don't trick me into thinking that we finna get a fight and a knockout and a brawl. You knew that's why everybody downloaded it. And you used that to sell the show. That was the biggest moment of the show. You used that to then not even show it. Honestly, I'm canceling my BET Plus subscription for now until they bring back the Eva show. I'm over the reality TV shows on BET Plus. They tried that. Why would you waste my time? Why would you waste my time like that? And play in the people's face when you knew all the people was coming to see the girls rumble and tumble and twirl. I mean, seriously. And now it's their word against each other's. We don't know who won them. We don't know who is going to win what. Okay? But anyway, we'll get into some things. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. So here's the thing. Apparently, Nicki Minaj is being over damaged bling. Okay, let me see if I could show you. Okay, Nicki Minaj is being dragged into court over some alleged unpaid bills for custom jewelry. All right. But her attorney says she's not responsible and claims the jeweler is just using her for publicity. The rapper is being sued by a West Hollywood jeweler who claims they loaned out some bling to the rapper, a pretty standard transaction for celebs. But the jeweler claims some of those pieces came back damaged, which is not standard. Okay, this must be the jeweler. According to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Nicki stylist Brett Allen, no, this is the stylist, okay? Brett Allen signed a contract with Rosark Jewelry Store, with Rosark agreeing to loan Nicki jewelry for public appearance. That's pretty standard. The store claims that the contract called for Brett to return the bling within a week and pay for any damages the jeweler might incur under his watch. In the documents, Rosark claims that Nicki stylist failed to return 66 pieces of jewelry by the agreed-upon deadline. And when Brett finally forked over the bling, there was a noticeable damage to a set of earrings and a leaf ring. A source close to Nicki tells us everything was returned on time as promised, and it was only after items were in the jeweler's possession for some time that the store complained about a missing stone. The jewelry store says it sent invoices to Brett for damages, which it says totals $26,000 plus interest. The folks at Rosark claim they haven't gotten paid despite their repeated attempts to collect. Rosark is suing Nicki and her stylist for the money, even though it appears Nicki never had any direct dealings with the jeweler. In fact, Nicki's attorney, Jordan said, Steve tells TMZ, we have not been presented with any evidence that any of the jewelry at issue was damaged by Nicki Minaj. This lawsuit appears to be more than nothing than an ordinary insurance claim by the jeweler designed to generate publicity for itself and extract a payment to which it is not entitled. We will defend the lawsuit vigorously. You know, here's the thing. I don't even almost blame Nicki for this. I think this blame really goes to the stylist. Like, it's your job to make sure that everything, all the pieces are accounted for, everything is in order, and you let Nicki know, hey, we may have to pay for this, we might have to keep this, that, and the third. And sometimes you have to watch these stylists because these stylists will take pieces for themselves. And these stylists will be wearing these pieces out themselves. Or these stylists grab these pieces in these stones, in these dresses, and they recycle pieces on other talent. So while they have it in their collection, maybe they've used it for Nicki Minaj, and then maybe, see, Nicki Minaj is the name that's going to get the pieces out of the showroom. This is how it works. You use a name like Nicki Minaj to get the pieces. But while you have the pieces in your possession, you being the stylist, sometimes the stylists want to flex a little bit. So they're either wearing the pieces or they have other artists that naturally, you say their name, they wouldn't really get the pieces. So no one's going to send them the piece. So what they do is, okay, well, Nicki wore it, but then I'm going to put it on Sarah, Jessica, Lee, Katie, whatever. So that jewelry could have been on 5 different women. But the jeweler knows that Nicki Minaj, it was said it was going to be on Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is the bigger star. But that jewelry could have been broken and had nothing to do with Nicki. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the stylist, the jeweler could be trying to use this for publicity because maybe they have broke something, they lost something, or they don't know what happened, and they just going to blame Nicki Minaj for it. Or the last thing, Nicki could have broken it, but I don't see Nicki breaking it and sending it back. And again, I still don't blame Nicki Minaj for this. I blame the stylist because it's your job to inspect the jewelry. The jewelry. I can't even talk right now. The jewelry. Okay? It's your job to inspect the jewelry. Okay? So, if you let that jewelry walk out and get put back into that store without Nicki Minaj knowing, her seeing anything, that's on you. And if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm getting rid of this stylist because now you costing me, now you being messy. So, yeah, this sounds pretty stupid. Nicki has $26,000. Come on, guys. She has that. And if she wanted the jewelry, if she liked it, I don't see why she just wouldn't pay for it. She probably wouldn't want this stupid stuff going on anyway. I just don't see her being pressed over 26 bands. You know what I mean? And I don't see her knowingly sending something back broken. That's crazy. Just pay for it. People keep stuff all the time. So, anyway, I'm not really interested in it. I think it's the stylist's fault more than I think it's Nicki Minaj's fault. And it is what it is. And I see people in the comments say, why is she renting? People do that all the time. People do stylist pulls all the time. Stylists pull jewelry all the time. You don't have to buy everything. Sometimes it's just for a one look, a red carpet look, a movie premiere, a video. They don't buy all that jewelry all the time. Sometimes they do if they want it. But they don't have to purchase that stuff, especially when they're going to get the look for free for a day. It's the stylist that's pulling. So people saying she's renting. No, these stylists go to these showrooms and they complete the look. So Nicki Minaj is not sitting out shopping for herself unless she's doing her own personal, like, okay, I want to go to Walmart. I want to get this. I want to get that. I like this shirt. But if I'm going to an event, if I'm shooting a music video, I'm going to hire a stylist to pull together the look. And that includes jewelry, shoes, all of that stuff. Now, some houses, some fashion houses will require you to purchase the shoes. Some will require you to purchase the shoes. But everybody doesn't require you that. It just depends on where you're going. I remember when I used to work for a stylist, We used to pull all kind of stuff. And we used to lie. I remember I was working with the stylist. You know, he was working with Brandy, but he also worked with Jennifer Lopez and Shawnee O'Neal and all kind of people. And depending on who he was going to, who he had the relationship, and who was the bigger star at the moment, he would lie. Sometimes he'd tell me to say, this is for Jennifer Lopez, for Vogue, and it'd be Brandy for the Kids' Choice Awards. Or he'd say, tell it it's for Brandy for, you know, this award show, and it'd be for Shawnee O'Neal for a reunion. So, you know, and then hell, then it'd be thousands of dollars, and my 1988 broke down Honda Accord. And I got all this jewelry. Thank God nothing ever happened. And then one time the nigga tried to tell me to put my car down. Sir, I don't have a car to put down. I'm working at H&M. I barely have gas. Okay? So let's just start there. You're going to have to deposit your check. But yeah, so it's a whole thing with these stylists. And especially when you're the lead stylist, they just start sending their assistants out doing a bunch of stuff. So this probably could have been damaged through his assistant. I could imagine he has a bunch of assistants. You have a client like Nicki Minaj. You're not just running around doing everything. So whoever, from when it left Nicki and got to you, to your assistants, when they were doing all the returns, something happened to that jewelry. Now, but then that goes back on Nicki to where it's like, girl, you got to make sure you hire a better stylist who hires better assistants that make sure that things don't happen in transition back to its owner, because it all comes back to you. So it's just a mess, but that's kind of how I feel like it went. I don't feel like it broke off of Nicki. Here you go, take it back. That just sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. That doesn't sound realistic at all, if you ask me. So yeah. Okay. Now. Azelia Banks is a nasty, nasty woman. But also, Azelia Banks is the same woman who boils cat balls, rat ass, and everything else. So, here's the thing. She made some very, very, very colorful statements in regards to DC Young Fly's now forever gone baby mama. Let's first get into this. Azelia Banks says she now feels vindicated after DC Fly and Young Fly made her cry on Wild and Out. Dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday. Damn, DC Young Fly spent years discussing his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes pointed at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness unto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want about my tears. They were pure tears of rage, and not at all a sign of weakness, because in the end, I won. I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jackie O girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. And the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as Azelia Banks ugly on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. And ironically, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023, in Miami, Florida. You niggas gonna learn to stop fucking with me. I don't think anyone gets how much press from that episode derailed the success of Anna Wintour. I came to sing my song, Go Home, and only at the request of my label. Then the stupid queen staged behind me, basically making a mockery of me being a gay, fake voguing behind me in their do-rags like they aren't all raging homo bleeps. That thorn in my side is finally out. No way in hell I was blessed with this many gifts, this much talent and beauty, to be a cultural punching bag for a cast of peons who wouldn't have a pot to piss in if they didn't have the court of social media addicts to gesture for. I do this in real life. liquors. Ha! This is what you get.
Theater, because you're not going to be booking any other work.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to fire your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off, but you cut the little middle part? Stupid ass girl. She trying to keep the wires. Just keep the wires.
I don't even know if I want to play this game anymore.
That time.
Or you lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to fire your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off, but you cut the little middle part?
Yes. Wow. That's the food. But a cackle indeed. Hold on. Now. Hold on. Somebody saying. Now. Oh, wow. We're going to get into some things. Hold on. I do have a picture. Yes. Okay. Yes. Now, I think Azelia Banks is really hurt and scorned by the industry. Azelia Banks is at the point of no return, though. She continues to burn bridges. And I don't think that you wish on anybody and you don't laugh at anybody's pain. But if she was truly humiliated like that, then I could see her feeling vindicated in that point and just saying what she wants to say. I don't agree. But you can't tell people how to respond when they feel away. I think that was a little bit tasteless and nasty, but it also feels like Azelia Banks feels like her back is against the wall. DC Young Fly is more successful, seemingly, and will continue to be more successful than her. And so what better opportunity would she have to take a dig at him? Because she's been clearly waiting for it. She's very bitter about the past. And so this was her one and only time that she's able to, or biggest time that she can try to take a dig at him. And so she did it. I don't agree. I understand why she did it, because it's the timing of it all and because DC is a bigger star than her, honestly. And so she's bitter. She's very bitter. And she wanted to use this moment as a way to get him back because she still felt embarrassed about Wild Out. But she should have never went on that show. If you can't take the jokes, you crying, you should never went on that show. But my whole thing is, girl, Azelia Banks, you have so much personality. You talk so much crap. You say all this stuff, and you can't take a couple of jokes? Girl, toughen up or get offline. Because that's wild. That's wild to me. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. This is not going to be a lengthy live. I'm just here to kiki and cackle with you guys for a little bit. This is what I'm asking. Is the audio low for you guys? Hello? Is it really low? I would like to know. Let me know if the audio is too low for you guys. Is it better now? Is the audio okay? I just want to make sure that it's better. Okay. All right, so I just want to make sure that we have a better audio. All right. Now. Oh, well, this is going into our next topic. So I'm going to go ahead and send this over. I'm going to send this over. Give me a second. Okay. Girl, you know we have a lot. And, you know, I don't mind giving her a call. Give me a second. We're going to mute that right now. All right. So, word on the curb is the prosecution is requesting 13 years for Tory Lanez. Let me pull Tory Lanez up. Let me pull Tory Lanez up. And some of you guys are not going to like this teaching. Some of you guys are not going to like this teaching. My question is 13 years too long? They want 13 years. A lot of people are feeling some type of way because Tory Lanez is getting 13 years, or they're requesting 13 years for Tory. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. If I can get this man's picture to pull up. Here we go. 13 years. They are requesting 13 years for Tory Lanez. Now, I'm going to give you my take. I have to be honest with you. I'm seeing a lot of black women, a lot of black people saying that it's too much. I like Tory. I like the family. But Tory Lanez popped Megan Thee Stallion, period. 13 years is not enough, in my opinion. Because if it was or it's just enough, or it could be longer, I wouldn't care. Because if Megan Thee Stallion was my sibling, my sister, my mother, my auntie, and somebody pointed something at her, popped her, and she could have passed from that, whether she did or she didn't, throw the book at that, end him all. I don't care how much I like your music. I don't care about any of that. End it all. You pull out a weapon with the intent to harm me in any kind of way, you need to pay. You need to pay. But here's the thing. It's the people online for me with the selective outrage. 13 years is too long. 14, you people really don't care. You watch the blogs, you read the news, you watch the YouTube shows, then you log out, beat your kid, slap your wife, cheat on your man, suck it, eat some, mind your business, sell some EBT, do some fraud, go to class, read a book. You don't care. You only care until you log in. All this fake outrage for Tory Lanez and wanting him this and that and the third, and this is too crazy. You only care as long as it's the topic. You don't genuinely care. Okay? Hell, for that matter, you don't really care about the well-being of Megan Thee Stallion either. It's just a topic. So I just think that we should just keep it real. Because people, if this was somebody in your family, if this were you, if this were your child, if this was your sibling, and Tory Lanez pulled a weapon or somebody else pulled a weapon on them and fired off, you would want the max. So don't sit up here and give me this whole black this and black that and this is not okay. You don't give a damn. Because if it was your family, you would want all of us to want that mother to get the max. But because Megan Thee Stallion is rich, you guys want her to suffer. But here's the thing. Why can't Megan Thee Stallion get a break? The woman doesn't have a family. She doesn't have a mama, a daddy, a brother, a grandmother. She should be rich. Hell, I'd rather be broke and have my family. So it's not really a win for her, to me. I know if she could probably trade all that money and fame to have her mother back and her mom and dad and grandparents, she would probably do it. I know I would. So the payoff to me is still not even equal. There's not enough money in the world to bring back your parent that you really like. Some of you guys don't care about your parents, so it may not hit the same. But for me, if I would have to sacrifice my mom or my dad or any of that for riches, I don't want it. And so people say, oh, well, you know, She's rich, so she can handle this stuff. I mean, she's rich and lonely. At the end of the day, that's not a great place to be in. You know what I mean? And so, and into the black women, let's really get into it. Y'all not gonna like this. Now these black women out there, will Tori. I see you in the comments really dragging it. A black man is that and the third. Hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. See, the problem is Tory Lanez was laid up with a white queen. Okay? And he should have stayed with his white queen because the minute he decided to go behind that woman, she got him locked up. He should have never answered that text. A lot of you black women out here living for this and wanting this and wanting that. And Tory Lanez doesn't want you. He wants a white queen. He left 2 black women for a white porcelain princess. And you sitting here defending Tory Lanez. All for him to run back to a Kylie Jenner. You better wake up, sister. You're not going to be the option, even if he left Megan Thee Stallion. You black women are out there just running and caping for Tory Lanez as if you had a chance. As soon as that porcelain pocketbook started to open and those porcelain legs started to squeak and queef, he was on his way. And you know what? He messed up when he didn't stay. He should have stayed. You shouldn't have got back in the car with Megan Thee Stallion and all her traumas. Unfortunately, us as black people, we deal with a lot of traumas. Man told me the other day, said he's a gay guy, black gay man. He told me he don't date black gay men. Mind you, he's black. He don't date black gay men because black men have too many traumas. Now I'm starting to think that black people got too many traumas. This is why you should just run. Because you know what? You end up getting cursed out, bust upside the head, and then she makes you shoot her. Wow. Can't nobody make you do that. You made yourself do that. But imagine that. You stayed in that pool and you ping-pang pocketed Kylie. Perhaps, maybe, you'd have been on this season of the Kardashians. But yet, you were dabbling in traumas. And now we're left with Traumazine. And you're on your way to 13 years with no light. Wow. Wow. You should have stayed in that pool with your porcelain queen. You should have stayed with that white queen. Oh. But in all seriousness, guys, Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. He made the decision. Megan Thee Stallion did not make him her. He made the decision to pull the weapon. He made the decision to do that. It was his ego. So now you have to pay. You have to pay. You have to pay. As much as it looks bad, you have to pay. I was in the courtroom. If I knew I didn't do it, I wouldn't have been doing all this taunting online, telling these different stories to all these different celebrities, pushing the narrative of the court of public opinion, all to not get on the stage, all to not get on the stand. If you didn't do it, why would you not get on the stand and fight for your life? That's crazy. I knew that it was over for Tory Lanez then when he didn't get on the stand. You had something to hide. There's no way I'm letting anybody, Armenian, white, black, Chinese, have the last word on 20 years of my life, and I know I didn't do it. I don't give a damn if I have to get up there and Hail Mary, cry. I'm telling it all. I don't give a about no street code, no this code. I'm telling you what happened. This is what happened. And the shot herself, or the just friend shot her. I was over there trying to play in the pocketbook of Kylie Jenner, and the got upset. She hit me, called me a name. I may have called her up, and I said her was dry. And I told her I'd whoop her mother dog, but I ain't shoot her. Okay? I made her told her and her homegirl, they two nothing and black. I probably told them they was a nothing and nigga bitch, and Kylie Jenner was a porcelain queen. I probably said all of that. I even may have pimp slapped her, but I didn't shoot her, Your Honor. I swear to God I didn't shoot that mother. I wouldn't have been in there blaming Rock Nation. And for that, Rock Nation, you will crumble. Okay? I wouldn't have been doing all that. I'd have been up there fighting for my life. I'd have kept it 100. I'd have kept it all the way 100. It's no shade. I would have kept it 100. Now Tory Lanez will lose his full head of hair and I almost said in hell, in jail. Wow. Wow. Okay. Now. Speaking of Tory Lanez, Mehgan Cunnif is on the docket today. Mehgan Cunnif, court reporter of the Tory Lanez trial. So, now, you know that me and Mehgan Cunnif have an estranged relationship. Apparently, Mehgan Cunnif was in the chat today. She says, I'm signing off, but if you want to chat, DM me on Twitter. Good luck with your show. Your intro always cracks me up. Mehgan Cunnif kind of does this kind of nice thing like that, and then she'll be dragging me, telling me that we're all ganging up against her and trashing her, and then flagging my video. But luckily for me, I understand YouTube. This is not the courtroom, so Mehgan Cunnif cannot get me taken down or kicked out of YouTube, okay? But I'll say this. Dennis Byron put out a tweet. Hold on, I want to get into it. He's another reporter. Let's get into the Dennis Byron tweet. Go 1 second. Okay. Dennis Byron put out a tweet. And this is what the tweet read. Breaking, according to my Los Angeles sources, arrest warrants have been issued for a blogger for alleged threats made relating to Tory Lanez's case. This is a developing story. So I immediately thought Mehgan Cunnif. I'm going to tell you what my problem is with all of this. No, I don't think it's me. Here's what I think. I immediately called Dennis Byron. Dennis Byron didn't tell me what was going on. He wouldn't tell me. I like Dennis Byron. Dennis Byron is a good ally. We've had our issues, but I do think Dennis Byron plays defense. You know, Dennis Byron, you know, he does have, like, while he likes me and he likes us, I do think that, you know, there's still that new media versus traditional media little back and forth because I notice certain things be on Twitter, a little shady stuff, little, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we don't know who is who and double mint twins and all of this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I like Dennis Byron. If I call him, he'll answer, whatever. But I think that he's very mixy and he's in all the different pots. But he didn't tell me what was going on. I called him and he said pretty much, I can't tell you. I said, was it Milagro Grams? No. I said, is it Mehgan Cunnif? He said no. I'm drawing my conclusion that it's Mehgan Cunnif. All he did say was, you know, she said someone threatened and there was a report made. So she gave me Mehgan Cunnif. I don't know if I do feel like if I'm racking my mind, I'm thinking I don't know what happens on these different people's platforms. I do have an idea of a scenario that could be probably taken as a, you know what I'm saying, in the courtroom. I won't go into detail. I have two people in mind, if that is the case, who it can be. Both of them are not big bloggers. One of them is extremely, I mean, she's a cackle. She does not like Mehgan Cunnif. Mehgan Cunnif does not like her. She's a kiki to look at. She's a cackle. And she has a very strong point of view, but people didn't report on her because she's just not popular on the internet. Then there was another person, and I won't get into that. But for me, the question is Mehgan Cunnif trying to get bloggers arrested? Okay. We know that two of us have been put out of the courtroom. Mehgan Cunnif says she did not do it. I still do not believe that because just the way that it was set up. I do not believe that Mehgan Cunnif did not do that, but I'm over it. I will tell you, though, the problem that I have with this. The problem that I have with this, I have a problem with it on a couple of different levels. The problem that I have with this is why even say anything if you're not going to say who it is? To me, I don't even know if I believe it all the way, not to discredit Dennis Byron, but it feels very clicky, very clickbaity, very let's go viral. Let's get the conversation talking. Let's get everybody going. And then the blogs are posting it. So let me let you know what I think is interesting, though, in regards to this. While I like Dennis, and I really don't have a problem with anybody in the media space. I even like Mehgan Cunnif, whatever. What I think is interesting, though, is that for a while, through this whole trial, bloggers like myself and many other people, or just that if we were even looked at as a blogger, we have been deemed as not credible. We have been deemed as people that are not real media. We have been deemed as jokes and this, that, and the third, right? Also, these blogs, we're not posting us. We're unreliable. But yet, you know when you want engagement for your platform, let's throw bloggers out there. And immediately, the most popular bloggers that were at the event was myself and Milagro Grams. The most controversial, the colorful bloggers there were us. So to throw out bloggers immediately alludes to it's either me or her or someone into proximity of one of us because of all the things that have happened. I just think it's funny that people have now taken an interest in the bloggers just as much, if not more than the case itself. And also for the blogs that posted, I think it's funny that bloggers were not good enough to be posted during the trial while they were doing amazing coverage. And I'm not just saying they were just posting, you know, Mehgan Cunnif. They were posting a slew of reporters, TikTok lawyers, and other forms of social media commentators. Yet urban blogs were not posting black bloggers because we weren't considered general media. So I think that it's interesting now, though, that there could be a controversy behind blogger, and everybody knows what bloggers that could be alluded to. Now this starts to make urban blogs, which means these people knew who was on the scene in the first place. They knew who people would think these bloggers could be. But why post about bloggers now if bloggers weren't good enough to be posted during the trial? I just find things like that to be very, very interesting. Now bloggers are now good enough to be content. Now bloggers can be tweeted about. Now said bloggers could be posted about on blog pages because it could be messy. But when the bloggers were out there doing the work and doing the commentary and getting the story, people would go around to discredit the fact that they were even there on the scene. But now that it could be a messy situation, a blogger could be for threatened. Well, for damn near half the whole trial, everybody tried to act like they didn't see the bloggers. So why are we giving light to this when nobody's even saying a name to it? To me, this is a crock of bullshit. This is some clickbait. And so my thing now, if bloggers are so trash, don't use bloggers for your engagement. Like, why? Because everybody knows who the people are talking about, or at least who people are going to think it is. There's only a select few that's really outside in the public. Now, I'm just saying, I don't think it's me. I know, but I do see people saying my name. But I'm just saying in general, like, girl, now bloggers are bloggers can be a part of the Tory Lanez conversation. But before, you had niggas out there doing the work, and people was doing their biggest one to avoid giving people credit. And Dennis Byron, you are one of them. So that's why I'm saying, don't make bloggers a hot topic now. Pay it like y'all was paying it during the trial when the girls was really eating the numbers. Just stay talking about Mehgan, Cunnif, and the white people and whatever TikTokers are on there. Like, because to me it's late because it feels like you already know what it's given. You already know what the underline is given when it's given bloggers. You already know who was up there. Everybody been knowing who was up there. So to even try to make this a thing, even though it may not be me or Milagro or whoever, you already know we wear that title. So I just think it's late altogether. And my thing is, why give the bloggers of the case clout now? Y'all ain't been wanting to give bloggers no clout. So pay it. Pay it. That's just my whole thing. Why talk about it now? That's late. That's late. That's really, really late. And I don't like stuff like that because that's late to me. That's late to me. It's like, girl, everybody been knowing who was up there. Everybody been seeing stuff, but y'all wait till it could be a messy situation to start trying to talk about it. And that's late. That's so late. But anyway, let me make a call. Let me see what Milagro has to say. Hold on. Oh. Hello? Hello?
Hold on. I'm put you on speaker.
I don't know if they can hear you. Can y'all hear her? Hold on. I'm trying to make sure they can hear you. Can y'all hear
we recording live?
Yes, but I don't know. I don't know if they can hear you yet. Can they? Can you put one in the chat if you can hear Milagro? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if they can hear you. They said they can hear you. So, okay. So, well, news broke today via Dennis Byron that according to the Los Angeles sources, an arrest warrant has been issued for a blogger for alleged threats made relating to Tory Lanez. In my opinion, I immediately said Mehgan Cunnif. Mehgan Cunnif came into the chat today. she said we can chat later, but I'm assuming she's saying it wasn't her. I'm not saying it's Mehgan Cunnif. I'm just saying I don't know who it is, and I also explained that it was very interesting that all of a sudden Dennis Bryman put this stuff out. It's just all of this is so interesting, and now all of a sudden bloggers are able to be news now during the case when it seems very salacious and very controversial, especially the word bloggers, knowing what key bloggers have been attached to this case. To just throw out the word bloggers already sets as precedence in a certain innuendo of who and what. And then for just people to be kind of taking this and run with it, I think is very interesting because before this moment, a lot of people were acting as if bloggers weren't even at the court case. So I just would like to know, like, what do you feel about this? And did you threaten Mehgan Cunnif or anybody? Or do you feel like you're going to jail? Like, what's the tea?
So I feel like this shit is ridiculous.
Please don't cuss too much. Please don't cuss too much.
Okay. Look, that's how I talk. I forgot. Okay. Whew, and put my hat on.
Yes.
So
This is one of those shows. Go ahead.
I think that this is ridiculous. I think that this case no longer is about Daystar Peterson. I feel like shit. I feel like it's been turned into being more about me and you than anybody else. I feel like every time I look up, even when we're not there, topic of discussion. If we do come, it's a problem. If we don't come, it's a problem. If you wear a suit, it's a problem. If you do this, it's a problem. It's just ridiculous. It's a witch hunt, in my opinion. I think that certain people have been jaded. People are coming up saying it wasn't me playing Shaggy and all of that. Yeah, I'm not buying it. You always someone hooping and hollering talking about it ain't you, but you always someone doing something devious. So I think that what I said, a witch hunt. I feel like people are intimidated by voices. My voice in particular, speaking of myself, I feel like I've gotten too much attention per certain people talking about it. It can never be harassment. When the last time I tagged anybody and said, come watch my stuff?
Yeah, because I will say, I've noticed the majority of the people online are saying malagograms.
And I'm glad that they know my name. And shout out to y'all for knowing who I am, because I always understand it's not the other way around. So y'all stay invested in what I have going on, wanting to know what I got to say. But then you want to come up against it because it does not fit what you want to be true. So at the end of the day, is it me? Well, I called Dennis.
Okay.
Because
wait a minute, hold on. So you called Dennis Byron. So you spoke with him this morning.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I called him, and as soon as he got on the phone, I said, who are you talking about? What's going on? Is it me? He don't want to give straight answers. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that the system has already been checked. My name's not in it.
Okay,
so why are you going online?
Explain the system being checked. So what does that mean?
That means that everybody got their people. And there are people at the courthouse who could check. There are sheriffs, you know what I'm saying, that could check. And they checked.
Okay, so you know somebody. So you know somebody at the courthouse that ran your name to see if there was an arrest warrant in the system, and there was no name. Your name was not in there.
I spoke to the sheriffs. They ran the name and everything. Baby, there is no arrest warrant for Milagro. No, there's not one.
Wow.
So I'm asking people directly. My name being put here or there. I wasn't informed of such.
Well, did you ask them about my name too?
I did.
Oh, really?
I asked about a few select Black people.
And whose name did you get?
What do you mean? Whose name?
Did anybody's name? No, did anybody's name come up? So you asked about me. You asked about anybody else. They ran all of our names.
I asked about 4 different people, and none of our names came back. So him going online acting as though, oh well, this is a situation. An arrest warrant has been issued. No, it has not. There hasn't been anything. There are people accusing me of threatening to SHOOT somebody and would go pull it. Child, what? Y'all are pathetic. And then you got people, here now that's like, oh, well, you did this and you did that. Babe, I went on my platform and gave my opinion and people listen. You didn't ever have to like it. And I don't have to apologize to you. I don't need your validation for my truth. So you don't have to believe it at all. But understand that you seek me out. When did I ever come to these people's pages and say, oh, this is what I think about this? Never. You come to see what I said and you don't like it.
And so what did Dennis Byron say when you got on the phone with him?
Dennis Byron said, if I say who it's about, that person's life is going to be in danger.
What? Whose life?
And he did not say. He will not say who it's pertaining to.
That is so weird. Like, what is the point of even getting online and doing all of this then?
Exactly. So all of this to me is to derail people from wanting to go. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday. And what a lot of people are not paying attention to, I don't know if you got into the update, but they denied the writ of mandate that they put in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so they denied it, and a lot of people feel like, oh, that's a victory. Go in the system, go look at the court case, not at the appellate court, and you're gonna see that they put a notice up there. On yesterday, they filed a note. Okay. With that being said, things are moving. So instead of us having a conversation today about the progress in this case, today there's a story about, oh, well, they supposed to have an arrest warrant and everybody think it's you. I think that is pathetic, and I think that is sick that people want it to be me so bad. Like, understand that you don't like my opinion so much that you feel like you want me to go to jail. Y'all are pathetic and ridiculous. And then anybody present right now, I can't stand her. What you listening to me for, bye?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lie. These are fans. And then that's all it's about. And if y'all don't see the bigger picture on how this case has set a precedence, and you have now put your family, your loved ones, the men in your life in jail, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, wait.
I
Hey. This is where we differ. Because Tory did
it. It is, because I heard that you
did
said he deserves more time than that.
Yes.
You're in danger. No, he does not. He don't deserve 13 seconds. Are you kidding me?
Are you? Girl.
Are you kidding me? If you go to court at any stage, nobody gonna ever come and tell me you deserve any type of time and they ain't proved that damn case. Sorry, they ain't proved that case. No, that's the president. Everybody worried about, oh, is Tory in? This is bigger than did Tory do this or that. This is about the fact that they have sat up here and put 13 years on the table when no DNA, conflicting testimonies, no bullet fragments, nothing. Everybody needs to be afraid. This is bigger than him. And if people will put their heads out their backside long enough to see it, then maybe we can have some dialogue. But absolutely not.
I can understand you feeling like they haven't proved the case worthy enough of 13 years. I could see that. But he definitely did.
Right. They did not prove a case at all.
They proved a case, but maybe I can see where you would feel like they didn't prove it worthy enough for 13 years. I get it. I can see that. I can see that.
And then, we differ on that anyway. Mm-hmm. So we can have we don't let that get in between us. But
no, we don't.
At the end of the day, yeah, I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. But as far as I'm concerned, I have been targeted. I feel like there have been instances where you have been targeted. I don't feel like that's an accident. And I feel like we continue to, as long as we're attached, they will continue to come for us in some form of fashion. And it'll just be that. It'll just be that. And I feel like that's crazy.
All right, boo. I'll call you later. Thank you. Milagograms, everybody.
All right,
you can find her everywhere. Where can they find you?
You know what? Up shit creek without a paddle. That's where y'all want me, right? Yeah, go look up Mob Radio. They know where to find me. Y'all know what's up. Yeah, they want me in jail. I guess find me on the inmate website. Go look up my SIN number and do all of that. Yeah, y'all be blessed.
Okay, thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.
Yes. So that was Milagograms. All right, guys. So listen, we have got into some things today. It's a lot going on. Now, what we can do now from here, I want to empty this. I want to finish this really clean. We will do a station head for anybody that wants to come on later. I love you all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be in communication. I'll let you know what happens, and we'll keep you updated. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel right now. If you haven't subscribed, please check your subscriptions. Subscribe right now. And we're going to be getting into some things. So, listen, I love you all. And until next time, I want you to keep that same energy. And we'll see you soon. Peace out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hold on. I'm getting an update right now. Hold on. Let me see. Before I get up off here, I'm getting a slight update. Hold on.